Tell me a story, tell me a story, tell me a story we can share. Tell me a story, tell me a story, tell me a story we can share. It's time for our story. We're going to try doing a sensory story, even though you can't touch the things. So, to begin. This story is called Where the Wild Things Are. The night Max wore his wolf suit and made mischief of one kind and another, his mother called him Wild Thing, and Max said, "I'll eat you up." So he went to bed without eating anything at all. That very night in Max's room, a forest grew and grew and grew until his ceiling hung with vines and the walls became the world all around. And an ocean tumbled by with a little private boat for Max, and he sailed through a night and a day and across a week and nearly through a year. And he came to where the wild things are. And when he came to the place where the wild things are, they roared their terrible roars. And they showed their terrible teeth and showed their terrible claws. Till Max said, "Be still," and tamed them with the magic trick of staring all into their yellow eyes without blinking once. And they were frightened, and they called him the most wild thing of all, and made him king of all the wild things. "And now," cried Max, "let the wild rumpus start." The wild things danced, and they howled at the moon, and the wild things climbed trees and hung from the vines, and they had a parade. Max rode on the back of the wild thing. "Now stop," Max said, and sent the wild things off to bed without their supper. And Max, the king of the wild things, was lonely, and he wanted to be where someone loved him best of all. Then all around from far away across the world, he smelled good things to eat. So he gave up being king of the wild things. But the wild things cried, "Oh, please don't go. We'll eat you up. We love you so." The wild things roared their terrible roars. They gnashed their terrible teeth. They rolled their yellow eyes, and they showed their terrible claws. But Max stepped into his private boat, and he waved goodbye and sailed back over a year and in and out of weeks and through a day. And into the night of his very own room, where he found his supper waiting for him. And it was still hot. Our story is all done.